Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Daily D. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please go down and do that now. So this morning I wanted to share with you this thought. So I watched a video. I watched a video. Whew, man, it's got to be 15, 20 years ago. And on this video, it was talking. It was like a 2020 or a Dateline or something. And what they were talking about was the gas tank and the amount of gas and fuel that could be in a tank, and how the reading on the tank is an indicator of how far you can go. So if you think about it, right? If you think about it, when you look at your gas tank, or at least in old gas tanks, it would tell you, older cars rather, would tell you, okay, you have, this much left of gas, right? And then the newer cars, they tell you you have X amount of miles. And eventually it's going to get to the end of that, right? Either it goes to the E or it says 0 miles left. And if you're like me, I've ran it to that point. Have you? Now, we've ran that point because, it's just, I don't know. I'm a guy who likes to just keep going and going and going. I try not to stop, right? But obviously we all have to stop to refuel. But think about the concept in this video was that once you hit the E, how far can you go? And so what they did is they tested a bunch of vehicles. I mean, probably 20 vehicles to see how far past E they can go. Now, I'm going to share with you exactly how far they went in just a minute, but imagine how many of us go every single day and still end the day with a little bit in the tank, which we know is our reserve, if you will, our fuel for tomorrow. And imagine if you did that every single day. For an example, if you had a quarter tank at the end of every day, right? Every day you ended with a quarter tank. Every day you ended with a quarter tank. Well, after 4 days, you would have a full tank. Well, I like to equate the gasoline, if you will, as energy in our bodies, energy in the world, energy in our businesses, energies in our workplace, energies in our families. We like to use the energy as much as we can, right? I hope. And then whatever's left, that's our kind of what we have left at the end of the day. Well, when I learned, or when I watched this video, what it taught me is that when you get to the end of the E, there's still more to go. And very few people take that risk. Very few people go past E. Very few people. I know I'm one of them. Now, when I take past E, right? When I go past E, how far do you think I can go? Well, according to the 2020 or whatever I watched, it was saying, they said that based on 20 vehicles, the average was 33 miles after E. So gas tank hits Z or 0, goes down, doesn't go. It says no more miles, no more miles, no more miles. And he got 33 more miles. So what this really means is, how many of us go to the end of the day and don't end on E or end at E because, oh, I'm tired, I'm done, I can't go anymore? How many people show up at the gym and just say, I'm done? How many people say, I just can't go anymore? When in all reality, just like a car or a vehicle, we still got 33 more miles. We still got gas in the tank that we don't know about. You see, there's fuel inside of us that can keep on pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. But yet, some of us just like to look at the indicator instead of looking at what the indicator is really what's saying something, but really here is where it gives up. The indicator is just a visual reflection of what we have in the tank. But really, the engine knows how far it can go. An engine will keep going until it can't go no more physically, right? Why aren't we doing that in the workplace? Why aren't we doing that in the world? Why aren't we doing that every day when we get to the gym? And the real reason is because we believe what we see is the reality. When in all reality, just because we can't see it doesn't mean it's not possible. Just because we don't see it doesn't mean it's not possible. Everything in this world was at one point not here until somebody saw it in here first before they saw it possible. And the power of pushing through the E, if you will, pushing past the E, is so important in life, in business, in family, in health. You can't do enough. In fact, in today's world, we have so much going on, right? There's just so much information. There's so many things going on in the world today that there's no denying that we are in the age of abundance. We're in the age of information overload. We're in the age of opportunity. But yet many people would stop at a quarter tank. Why don't we go past the E? So I challenge you today, find the E in your life and pass it. whatever it is. Maybe it is, maybe it's your health, maybe it's business, maybe it's your workplace, maybe it's something in your life that you're not pushing past, but I know you can. I know you can push past it, because I just got out of the gym and I'm thinking, man, I could have done one more rep. I could have lifted one more pound. I could have showed up a little bit earlier. I could have stayed a little bit later. I could have pushed and I could have pushed and I could have pushed. And you know what happens when you push? You go farther than you ever thought you could go, like 33 miles. All right, guys, I love you guys. I hope you're having a great day. Happy, healthy, wealthy, but most importantly, I hope you're living with freedom. Thanks, guys.